The Blueprint for Black Power, Chapter 1, Competent and Legitimate Authority as Power. Competent authority involves the achievement and exercise of social power derived from knowledge and skill, and where behavioral compliance is obtained from the subject in return for his receipt of some benefit or service awarded by the authority. Wrong defines competent authority as, quote, authority that rests solely on the subject's belief in the superior knowledge or skill of the exerciser rather than on formal position in a recognized hierarchy of authority. He further contends that competent authority is a power relation in which the subject obeys the directives of the authority out of belief in the authority's superior competence or expertise to decide which actions will best serve the subject's interest and goals. Competent authority or expertise may crucially be used as a mask for social privilege and power exercised by one group over another. It hides social privilege and power because it appears to merely exist to advance the public interest. Moreover, competent authority or expertise, particularly if it is held in high social esteem and is well organized, may use its claims to superior knowledge and skill into operating in the public interest to legitimate the rule of the powers that be. The legitimacy of their rule under other circumstances may be questionable or denied. Hence, competent authority, if monopolized by one social group, may serve to facilitate the group's social power over a dependent, less competent subordinate group. In such an instance, the latter group may be relatively unaware of the extent and the degree to which it is dominated by the former. Even if it is aware, it remains relatively powerless to the degree to which it lacks or does not exercise expert knowledge. European Americans monopolized the positions of competent authority in addition to monopolizing the means of certifying, legitimating, and delegating such authority. They, through racial discrimination against blacks, monopolized the means of gaining access to competent authority. They make use of these monopolies not only to command the obedience of subordinate African Americans, but to justify the legitimacy of their preponderant power over them. Moreover, they utilize their monopoly and competent authority to both obscure from and legitimate their social power, its exploitive, oppressive nature and intent upon Black Americans. The legitimacy of competent and other forms of white authority to which African Americans voluntarily submit or, quote, freely give their consent, end quote, are but special cases of the overall legitimacy of white power they have been conditioned, seduced, and otherwise compelled to accept and believe as morally justified.